Dealing with a conflict in your workplace can be difficult. Regardless of whether or not it's right, many people who become difficult believe three things: that their situation is unfair, that the situation is out of their control, and that they are the victim in the situation. The most important thing to remember is that the person wants to be heard. Keep in mind that disagreement does not equal conflict. Sometimes disagreement can lead to conflict, but it can also lead to discussion, learning, and innovation. If you follow these next steps, it can help you verbally and non-verbally deal with the situation. First, stop what you are doing and give them your full attention. If you continue to address them as well as whatever you were doing before, they will feel ignored, and this will escalate the situation. People want to be heard, and they want to feel like they count. Your body language should demonstrate to them that you do have time for them, that you do care about their issue, and that you want to help resolve their concern or problem. Number 2, use a calm, neutral tone of voice when dealing with the person. Don't buy into their agitation and become defensive. When nervous or in an uncomfortable situation, men have a tendency to drop their voice lower at the end of sentences, and women have a tendency to get higher at the end of their sentences. Often, people will speak increasingly faster or slow the pace of their voice way down. This action, combined with the higher or lower tone of voice, is sure to escalate the situation. Number 3, express your concern and allow them to share their story. Too many times, we take a little bit of information and then run with it, sharing our opinions or thoughts, or even sharing our rules and judgments. When you are dealing with someone in this situation, it's best to allow them to share their story and vent their frustrations. Since they've come to you, they already have a script in their head for what they're going to say. Let them say it. The person displaying the difficult behavior should be doing most of the talking, at least initially. Remember, people want to be heard. Number 4, ask open-ended questions. Use questions like, how can I best help you? Or, what would you like to see happen? This encourages the person to talk and shows you are actually interested in resolving the situation. In most instances, they will ask for something less than you are willing to do for them. You may not be able to handle things exactly as they are requesting, but they will begin to calm down during the process. Make sure that you are clear with them about what you can do for them. Too many times, they've heard what can't be done, which may have brought them to this point. Your options may be limited as you are an occasional teacher and are only there for the day or a few days. What you can do is take notes and assure the person that you're going to ensure that the right information gets to the right person. Tip number 5 is perhaps one of the most important, and that is to validate their feelings. Regardless of who it is you are dealing with, they feel they've been slighted. This is valid whether you agree with it or not. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are always right, but they feel that they are right. Ultimately, it's important to remember that they believe in their cause. Until our feelings and concerns are validated, we rarely calm down. In the case of someone within a school or the school board expressing concerns, remember that you share a common interest. That is, you both want the best for students. Tip number 6 is to keep your posture upright and relaxed. Your stance should be open and non-aggressive. You want to appear confident, interested, and relaxed. You may have seen instances when someone is overly confident, very uptight, and whose posture is extremely rigid. They come off as arrogant. This type of body language can actually escalate the situation because the other person feels threatened. Remain upright and relaxed. Number 7, use a firm yet respectful tone of voice. As things progress, and if you are not having any success in de-escalating the situation, use an authoritative, respectful tone of voice. And finally, tip number 8, examine your perceptions. We can all be difficult at times. Yep, even you. Often, being difficult is a matter of differences in personalities or in differences in the way we do things, which can appear difficult from another's perspective. Understanding how you come across to others and how what you do and say appears to others is as important as dealing with the other person's difficult behavior. So ask yourself, is there something you may have done to contribute to the situation? A lack of mutual respect can often be the reason that conversations end badly. It is easy to jump to unflattering conclusions or judge others by assuming people do what they do because of their personality. Do you assume when your restaurant order is wrong that the waitress did it on purpose, or do we see her as overworked and harried? Perspective in these situations is just as important as the previous 7 steps. Always remember that as an occasional teacher, the principal is there to support you, and you are encouraged to take any relevant information down from the individual and take that directly to the principal to determine next steps, or you can leave a note for the teacher. Using these tips, we hope that the next time you face a difficult situation, that you are able and ready to experience a positive outcome for all involved.